Hello there, and welcome to this much requested behind the scenes video. How on earth do I recreate the race commentary that a lot of people have asked for on the GP2 Joey Twitter feed and on the YouTube channel? Well, I haven't scripted anything with this, so I'm just going to absolutely talk about the first thing that comes out of this ridiculous head of mine. So yeah, quite a few people have sent me messages, mainly positive ones, regarding the quality of the race commentary that I do for some reason, but it's all just complete rubbish. It just comes out of my head, literally whatever I'm thinking at the moment is done. So the main question that people have asked me is, do I split the commentary? Do I do one voice for a part of the race, then stop, do another one, or anything like that? The answer is no. It's literally just press play, press record, and away we go. Obviously I was brought up on a diet of the 80s and 90s for Formula One, and absolutely love that part of the history of the sport. So obviously, being in England, we were subjected to the wondrous words and wisdom from Murray Walker, fantastic stuff, of Murray, and obviously of the more tranquil and laid-back James Hunt's voice as well. So, and they made an absolutely unbelievable partnership, and it was very sad when James passed away in 1993, and obviously a few years ago when Murray passed away, but their memory lives on with other people, and no doubt obviously with what I'm trying to do as well at GP2 Joey. So yeah, a lot of people have asked about this, so this is literally just me standing at the microphone to seeing what comes out, and the footage that you're going to watch now is the footage that will actually be played for the 1992 German Grand Prix in my GP2 Joey series. So yeah, hope you like it, and I hope it answers a few questions, and by all means, if anybody else ever wants to hear any other voices that I can do, I'm sure you can send me a message, and if I can, I'll try and respond to them, because there's quite a few others that I can do, but they're not going to fit the Formula One sort of race commentary, because you're not going to understand a second word of it. Alright, so I'll see you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.
The last car pulls onto the grid slot as the red lights come on. The engine revs rise, and the 1992 German Grand Prix is go! It's a poor start from Schumacher. He's dropped down to third place, and it's the two Ferraris on the run down to the first corner. It's Andretti who takes the lead. It's Michael Andretti ahead of Mansell and Senna, with Schumacher dropping to fourth from the pole. Davis has dropped down to fifth, with Hill in sixth. It's Brundle in seventh, Prost in eighth, and that's just become seventh. It's Brundle eighth, Alesi ninth, and Herbert 10th on the run down to the first chicane. It's still Andretti in the lead, but Mansell's going to try and go through on the inside. He can't do it. Andretti's still in the lead. Fantastic start from the American. And now Mansell's coming under attack from Senna in the second Ferrari. The Ferrari V10s have certainly got an opportunity today to stretch their legs, and it's certainly shown, because Andretti is still in the lead on the approach down to the Oscar. Senna's going to try and get through on the inside of Mansell, but Mansell's going for the lead, and he's through. It's Mansell in the lead. So Nigel Mansell takes the lead at the Oscar, and Senna's gone through, so Andretti goes from first to second to third in one corner, and Mansell's already streaking ahead of Senna. He's streaking ahead, he's got to be over a second ahead, as Davis comes under attack from Damon Hill's Williams. Hill's in sixth place, it's Davis in fifth, and through the Brems curve chicane they come flying through there at 140 miles an hour, and Schumacher's still in fourth, trying to catch up on the coattails of Andretti, with Senna in second. And as they approach the stadium, it's Mansell with a 1.3 second lead, as Davis comes under attack from Hill, and he just roundly cuts across the front of the Williams and says, absolutely not, chump, you're not getting through here today. And Davis is already sending off after Schumacher. So Schumacher must have made a slight error at the left-hand hairpin, but through they come the final corner. Andretti's got Schumacher, and he's got Davis. The two McLarens are now right behind him, as Schumacher looks to go through on the inside, and he can't. Schumacher can't get through there, and that's going to give Davis the opportunity to pounce. Fantastic opening lap, and Mansell's out to 2.1 seconds. What a start from Red 5, with Senna in second still, and Andretti with Schumacher coming under attack from his teammate Davis. Is Schumacher going to take the inside in car? And Davis has gone through. So Davis is up into fourth position. Fantastic start from Joey Davis. And Tritti's still in third, but Schumacher's on the attack once more. It's Schumacher. Schumacher's trying to come through on the inside. He's already got the run on his teammate, and he's going to go through, I think, on the inside. He does, he goes through. Davis locks up his right front wheel, and he has to go through, but here's the replay from onboard Joey Davis.
It's another poor start from Joey Davis there, with Michael Schumacher obviously getting bogged down as well in first gear. And that's enabled Nigel Mansell to leapfrog the two of them, with Senna and Andretti already battling for the lead there. But you can see up ahead that Joey Davis is losing acres of time as he's got Williams and Damon Hill right behind him. But Mansell's already trying to have a look there, and he's going to try and see if he can get through. But obviously Andretti break that little bit later. And my goodness, Davis just taps the right rear of Schumacher, his teammate.
But back up front, it's Brundle. Brundle's 11th ahead of his teammate Johnny Herbert as they go through the French curve. So it's Brundle up into 10th position. But back up front, it's Davis on Schumacher. Davis is going to go through. He's got the run on him into the first corner. And he's got a good run on Andretti. Look at this. Fantastic. In one corner, Davis has gone from 5th into 3rd place. And he's going to now try and set off after Senna. But that's the footwork of Derek Warwick suddenly slowing behind him. Footwork. The footwork looks like he's got gearbox problems, I think that was. And there's JJ Leto, his teammate, heading into the stadium. I think this is over in 12th position now. But is he going to be able to close up to the two Ligiers ahead of him? Or is he not going to be able to do anything about it? But Davis has got past Senna.
And that's Modena off. So Stefano Modena going off yet again in the Tyrrell. But Joey Davis is now just over 1.5 seconds ahead of Senna and chasing after Nigel Mansell. So this is going to be interesting to see if he can do anything about it. As that's Gerhard Berger and Damon Hill.
And Hill just about manages to keep Gerhard Berger behind him as Davis comes swarming about all over through the final two turns. As Stefano Modena goes off again at the first chicane. My goodness me, that's Stefano Modena off. I'm not sure what happened there, but obviously he's got some sort of a problem in the Tyrrell and he's lost the left front part of his wing. And Schumacher's still chasing after Michael Andretti over 4th position. But Mansell's into the pits, Jonathan Palmer.
Yes, Mansell's into the pits. I'm not sure what's happened to him, but the Williams team are ready for it. But Mansell's in, and he's back out again.
And Schumacher locks up. Schumacher trying to desperately try and pass Michael Andretti, but what has happened to Nigel Mansell? He's down into 5th position. As we see Davis, but that's Mansell ahead of Prost. That's Prost. And Mansell's up in front, and he just about cuts in front of the Frenchman, the 4-time world champion. But Nigel Mansell is still trying to win his first race, his first world championship, as Davis comes flying through into the stadium section.
Well, I'm very surprised there to see that Nigel Mansell's had to make a first tyre stop, because I'm pretty sure that was unscheduled.
And Prost! That's Alain Prost throwing in the Ligier. He's got smoke billowing out of the back of it. His Renault V10 has let go in a massive way, and Prost drops out of 6th position as Mansell's up into 5th place as Davis and Senna are going through the back markers at the moment. And Davis just cuts through the back markers like a hot knife through butter.
And there's JJ Leto. JJ Leto passing one of the back markers as well. As Davis and then Schumacher into the pits. So Michael Schumacher and Ayrton Senna are both into the pits.
But Davis is elected to stay out as Alesi's in 5th place. And he's got Schumacher right behind him. As Häkkinen's into the pits and the Lotus from 14th. And Andretti's through the stadium section now. And Joey Davis, the race leader, he's into the pits. Jonathan Palmer.
Yes, it's a very smooth stop there from the McLaren team. And they've got all the tyres on, and he's back out in front.
And Mansell's now taken the lead. So it's Joey Davis in 2nd place now, with Ayrton Senna in 3rd, and Damon Hill is up into 4th as Andretti's into the pits. And that means to say that Martin Brundle is up into 5th place, with Alesi in 7th. And it's Damon Hill in 8th, and Senna's finally into the pits. And Brundle comes in the Benetton as we watch Joey Davis going round, and he's trying to catch one of the Lotuses. And there's Johnny Herbert.
It's fantastic performance from the Benetton team as Davis is into the pits again. So Joey Davis has had to come in for another tyre stop. And I think we're hearing that he's had a puncture. So Joey Davis has had a puncture and he's had to make another unscheduled stop. And that means that Andretti is up into 2nd place now. with Schumacher in third. So Schumacher's 30.6 seconds behind the race leader Nigel Mansell. And Senna's in 6th place. And my goodness me, that's his good friend Joey Davis. On the run down towards the Oscar chicane, is Davis going to be able to get through? I don't think he could. And that's Andretti still in 2nd place, with Schumacher trying to desperately get past one of the back markers. I think that was his teammate. That was JJ Leto in the footway. So Schumacher gets past JJ Leto, but still Davis is unable to pass Ayrton Senna on lap 31 as we ride on board with Schumacher. So Schumacher's still trying to chase down Andretti. He's 5 seconds adrift, and Damon Hill is up into 4th place. What a fantastic performance. But over the battle for 5th place, this is Davis and Senna, with Hill just in front of them. This is going to be absolutely tantalising now, because Davis pulls out of the slipstream of the Ferrari as we cut away. And I'm pretty sure you're going to see a fantastic battle there as Berger comes into the pits. And Senna looks like he's got the run on Hill now into the first chicane. But is Davis going to be able to get through as well? Senna's passed, and he's up into 4th position. But Davis can't get past Damon Hill as Schumacher's up to one of the back markers, and that's Carl Wendlinger as Andretti passes one of the Lotuses. Andretti's still in 2nd place, but he's 30 seconds away from Nigel Mansell. Mansell has just streaked ahead of him as we ride on board with Sean Alesi now in 8th position. Alesi's desperately trying to close up, and that's one of the BMS Talaras. That's Christian Fittipaldi running off there. He's had a technical failure, and Christian Fittipaldi is out of the Grand Prix. And Fittipaldi's out. And that's a shame for the young Brazilian. But is it going to be as Davis? Look at this. Davis is trying to get past Eric Bernal. Davis is hounding Ayrton Senna for 4th position. He wasn't able to pass him earlier, and he's still trying to make his way round there. And that's Nakajima off in the Tyrrell. The Tyrrell team are having an absolutely appalling race, as both Stefano Modena and Shinjin and Satoru Nakajima, they've both gone off. But we ride on board with Ayrton Senna now in 5th position, with Davis trying to close up. And that's another Ligier. That's Alesi. Alesi's blown up as well. My goodness me, on the run down to the Oscar. That's Sean Alesi's Renault. His engine has gone as well. So both the Ligiers are out. And Mansell, his lead is 7.4 seconds, with Schumacher 3rd. It's Davis in 4th. It's Senna 5th. Damon Hill in 6th. Martin Brundle's in 7th. And there's Michael Andretti passing another one of the Jordans. This is fantastic driving from Michael Andretti. I have to say, he's very much impressed me this weekend. He's really been firing on all cylinders. And there's Nigel Mansell behind Stefano Modena in the Tyrrell. So Mansell goes through, and he's got a 9.9 second lead now, having made his tyre stop. So Modena, and there's Gianni Morbidelli. So the two Minardis are battling over position as well. Well, this is fantastic. Look at this. That's Morbidelli ahead of Pierluigi Martini. And they are still battling royally with each other as Michael Schumacher comes up behind Carl Wendlinger's Jordan. So it's the German and the young Austrian, both of them former sports car world championship drivers for Mercedes. That's Mansell. Mansell gets stuck behind the two Minardis. He's trying to go around the outside of Martini. Fantastic stuff from Mansell. So he goes through, and there's Johnny Herbert on one of the LaRousse Peugeots. Herbert goes through, and he's up into 8th position. But they're still quite some distance behind Damon Hill now. They're over 20 seconds behind. And that's Mansell! Mansell with smoke billowing out of the back of the Williams. Andretti goes through. So Michael Andretti is the new race leader. What heartbreak for Mansell as he comes up to the Brems curve chicane. He's staying off the racing line. I'm not sure why he hasn't pulled off the circuit as Davis comes through. My goodness, Davis has hit him. Davis, he was catching. Schumacher hand over fist. And Mansell has just hit. Joey Davis has hit Mansell, and they are both out of the Grand Prix. Sensation here in Hockenheim. I cannot believe what my eyes are seeing. It's the 3rd time in 2 races that the two rivals have made contact as Capelli lets Ayrton Senna go through. But my goodness me, that is absolutely outrageous racing as we see Michael Schumacher. Well, I hope we're going to see a replay of that, because I'm pretty certain that could have been Nigel Mansell's fault there. As we ride on board with Joey Davis, so let's have a look here. He's desperately trying to close up to Michael Schumacher, and as he gets to the apex, Nigel Mansell is already occupying the space. And I've got to say that I think that's pretty poor driving from Mansell. He knew he had a technical failure in the back of the Williams, and he should have pulled off the racing line. He goes through, and Davis is left with absolutely no option other than to cream into the side of the Williams. Terrible driving from Nigel Mansell, and I fear he could be in serious trouble now with the 3-race ban that's been hanging over his and Joey Davis's head. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. But back on the racetrack, it's Senna. Senna going through past one of the Minardis. I think that was Morbidelli. Yeah, that was Gianni Morbidelli as we ride on board with Damon Hill. And the clash between Mansell and Joey Davis has seen Damon Hill elevated into 4th with Brundle in 5th. It's Johnny Herbert in 6th, Burgers in 7th, and this man, Michael Schumacher, he's in 2nd place with Senna trying to close up the gap, but he's not going to be able to win his home Grand Prix because it's Michael Andretti in the Ferrari now. He heads through the final turns. He goes round the first right-hander. He goes through the second. He powers out of the final turn. And Michael Andretti is across the line to take Ferrari's first win of the 1992 season. Fantastic performance from the American with Schumacher in 2nd. And it's Ayrton Senna in 3rd with Damon Hill in 4th. It's Brundle 5th and Johnny Herbert in 6th. But what a performance from Michael Andretti. Fantastic.
So, there it is. That's how it's basically done. On take, whatever comes out is what's recorded. And yeah, just one last thing to say that obviously I can't maintain that level of vocal pitchness for the entire duration, even if it is only 15 minutes long. So at the end of it, there's just a slight pitch increase on the vocal that's been recorded of about 2.5% for anybody that actually wants to know that number. Not that you probably do, because Lord knows I wouldn't want to know about it. I don't care. Just be busy watching the actual race footage itself. So anyway, thanks for watching, and yeah, hope it was all right for you, and it just gives you a bit of a sort of a know-how of what goes on behind the scenes here at GP2 Joey Towers. Thank you for watching. See you later.